Do you see the notepad? Do you see the notepad on the screen? Please respond me. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bindu. Thank you, Divya. Thank you. Okay. I hope everyone. How many of you have installed CG software in your systems and started practicing? Type me as if you have started. Okay. Good. Good, Sri Lakshmi. Still, how many of you have installed? Good, Nitish. How many of you installed CG software and started programming? You think of the projects also. Okay, good, good, Netrashri. Whoever has not installed, try to install and start practicing. Say, in the last class, I was telling you about the homogeneous coordinates, okay, and matrix representation. So, if you want any transformation, okay, so we are we are doing the transformations. The transformation is implemented by using matrices. Okay, whenever we do the multiplication, they must be homogeneous. If the if the matrices are homogeneous, we can easily multiply the matrices. Okay, so that kind of representation is known as homogeneous coordinates. Okay, so if you want to convert any matrix into homogeneous coordinate, we can do like this. Okay, we can calculate the homogeneous coordinates like this. Okay, we may use some constant. Okay, here we are using a constant as h is equal to 1. Okay, h is equal to 1. Okay, so what is the use of, first of all you must know transformations. Okay, then homogeneous homogeneous transformations, okay, of same size. Matrices are converted into are converted into of same size of same size for easy multiplication, for easy multiplication. Okay, now whenever we are doing some transformations, we are not doing only rotation. We may do rotation, translation, or rotation, translation, and scaling. Okay, like this. Okay, now you can see here in this example. In this example, it is of size 3 into 3. The first matrix, the translation matrix, is of size 3 into 3. Similarly, the coordinate matrix. Okay, the coordinate matrix is of size 3 into 1 into 3. Okay, which does the multiplication easier. Okay, so even I told you about the inverse transformations. In the last class, I told you about the inverse transformation also. Okay, so and similarly, I told you about inverse transformations. Inverse transformation. Okay, inverse transformations. Similarly, I told you about composite transformations. Composite composite transformations. Okay, where where it may be translation, rotation, and one more scaling or scaling. Okay, or rotation, translation. Okay, like this multiple composite transformations we may do. Okay, so I told you those things in the last class. Two continuous translation. In this example, he is doing two continuous translations, two times changing the position of an object. Okay. Now here, in this example, two times continuous rotations. Okay. In this example, he is doing two times continuous rotation. Similarly, this this matrix multiplication does scaling, two times continuous scalings. Okay. Similarly, pivot point rotation. If you want to rotate any object, first we are moving that object to the center and we are doing rotation. Okay, if you see in the third figure, it has been rotated and it has been translated back. Okay, inverse transformation we are doing here it is inverse transformation in the fourth figure, figure D. Okay, here the point is fixed with respect to the fixed point or with respect to the origin. We are doing the rotation. That's why it is known as pivot point rotation. This is the equation which performs that transformation. Okay, transformation, translation. The first T is for translation, and then rotation and inverse translation. Okay, now it is with the fixed point scaling. Okay, we are doing the scaling of this triangle. We are reducing the size. Okay, we are reducing the size of the triangle with respect to the origin. Okay, first we are translating the triangle to the origin, then we are reducing the size, and again we are doing the scaling in the third figure C. Okay, then we are moving back, or we are doing inverse translation. Okay, I told you all these things in the last class. Now this is the matrix. This is the matrix representation for the transformation. Okay. Now at the end you can see the equation which does the transformation, translation, scaling, and inverse translation. Okay. Are you able to understand? Please type me yes or no. Please type me. Are you able to understand? Type me yes or no. If you understand, type me yes. Please, every one of you. Is my voice audible? Okay. 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 Now we can do scaling in two different dimensions. Okay. We can do scaling in two different directions. In today's class, in today's class, we're going to learn reflection and shear. These are the other two transformations. Okay, reflection. Okay, in today's class, we are going to learn other two-dimensional transformations. So the first one is reflection. Okay, the first one is reflection. Okay, reflection means mirror image. Reflection means it gives you the mirror image of object. Okay, respect to with respect to an axis, with respect to an axis. Okay, that's what the reflection is. Okay, again, shear transformation. We are doing shear transformation. That means change in shape. We can change the shape. We can change the shape of an object. Okay, that's what the shear is. These two transformations you need to know. So if you see in this example, if we are doing the first colon stands for x, okay, the second colon stands for y, and the third colon is constant. Okay, now if we give -1, if we give -1, okay, that means we are doing if you take the y value as 0, that means we are doing reflection with respect to y axis. You see here. Okay, we are considering x is equal to 0. We are considering x is equal to 0. That means we are doing um, we are doing reflection with respect to x axis. Okay, so the original position is here. Okay, now the reflected position is indicated by using a shaded triangle. Now with the vertices 1 dash, 2 dash, and 3 dash. Okay, similarly, if we consider x is equal to 0, that means with respect to the the x-axis. Okay, with respect to y-axis, if we consider x is equal to 0, means with respect to y-axis. Okay, similarly, if we need to give -1, we need to give -1 for the colon x. Okay, similarly, we can do with respect to two vertices or two axes. Okay, if you see in this example, we took -1 and -1. That is with respect to both the x both both the x-axis and y-axis. We are doing reflection with respect to two axes, that is with respect to x and y-axis. Okay, here it is diagonally. Okay, we are doing diagonally, we are reflecting diagonally. Okay, now the next topic is shear. Okay, I told you shear is change in shape. Okay, we are giving the shear factor. Okay, shx, it is known as the shear factor. Okay, it may be constant, it is constant. Okay, now you can see here it has been the shape of a square has been changed to parallelogram. In the figure a it is square, now it has been changed to a parallelogram. Okay, now this is the matrix which does the shear transformation. Now if you want the x dash, that is the new position of x is given by this equation. Similarly, the new position, new coordinate value of y dash is indicated with y dash. Okay, it remains as y. It remains as y. Similarly, the next transformations, they are known as raster method transformations. They are known as raster method transformation. They uses. Okay, the next topic is raster method transformations. They use the frame buffers. Okay, all the color patterns, whatever they want to transform, or the objects will be stored in the buffers. Okay, they are known as frame buffers, and we use array of pixel values for manipulating or for doing the transformations. We use array of pixel values directly. They are fast. Okay, this kind of This kind of transformations are faster. Okay, faster to implement. Faster to implement. Now, if you see here, okay, you can see in the figure A, we can find a pentagon which has been moved to, which has been translated to the new position in the figure B. Okay, now the entire object, the pentagon will be stored in a frame buffer. Okay, and they will be translated. Now we can do the translation up to 90 degrees or 180 degrees or the entire 360 degrees. Okay, if we represent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 as shown in the matrix A. Okay, we can get translation up to 90 degrees. Similarly, if we write if we mention 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in this order, okay, we can implement the translation or rotation with 180 degrees. Okay, now if you want to do some extra processing, okay, we can implement an array of pixels. Okay, we can consider only an array of pixels, and we can move from one location to another location. So this object has been rotated here. Okay, and the destination pixel areas is represented by using quadrants, 4 quadrants. Okay, these kind of transformations are known as raster transformations. Please type me raster transformations, every one of you. Every one of you, raster transformations. Just type me raster transformations. Every one of you. Okay, I'll wait for your inputs. Good Venkatesh, good. Good Mayur, good Kafya, good Udank, good Vamshi, good Dhruti, good Priya. Okay. Good Usha, good Mahesh, Vainavi, good. Good Pooja, good Aziz, good Shirisha, good Nandika, good Nikhil, good Pramod, good. Good Suraj. Okay. Kevin, did you type Kevin? Aziz. Okay, good. Good Netrashri. Okay. Good Kushal. Good. Good Varshini. Good Anjana. Good. Good Kevin. Okay. Okay. Say an array of pixels. The pixel values is stored as array. Okay. And they'll be moved to the destination pixel array. Okay. So that's about the raster transformations. The next kind of transformations. Okay, OpenGL. OpenGL also does the raster transformations by providing some methods. Okay, or some functions. Okay, now these are the functions: GL copy pixels, GL read pixels, GL draw pixels, GL pixel zoom. Okay, these are the different methods used by OpenGL. Okay, OpenGL provides the methods like GL copy pixels, GL read pixels, GL draw pixel, GL pixel zoom. GL, okay, GL is a library. GL is a library. Okay, GL is a library. Similarly, can you give me other library names? Any one of you? GL is a library which provides the methods. Can you give me any other libraries? Any one of you? Okay, GL, GLU, PLUT. Okay, GL, UT, all these are libraries. Now, GL provides GL provides all these methods. Okay, where we need to give x min, y min, width, height, and the color. Okay, now if you see here, GL copy pixels. What it does is it um, copy pixels. What it does is it copies an array of pixel values into the buffer area. Okay, so the buffer area is mentioned by using the coordinates. The first four represent the area and the color. Okay, what color? It specifies the color of the pixels. Okay, similarly, there is one more method which uh, which saves the values into an array. Okay, it is reverse. So read pixels. It is pixels. Say buffer first from array to buffer, and from buffer to array. Okay. Now the next method or the next function, it is used to draw the pixel. Okay, or to do the translation, rotation, all this is done by the GL draw pixels. Okay, so please type me GL draw pixels, every one of you. GL draw pixels, GL draw pixels. D must be capital and P must be capital. This function, okay. Please type me GL draw pixels. Good. Since it is a method, you must write brackets. Okay, you must type brackets. Okay, or since it is a function, try to write the brackets. Good Niharika, good Kushal, good Priya. Okay, okay, every one of you, I'll wait for your inputs. Okay, good Mayur. Okay, good Kevin, good Mahesh. Okay, now the next method is pixel zoom. Okay, if you want to increase the size, scaling factors. Okay, either to increase the size or to reduce the size is done by using pixel zoom. Okay, we need to mention the size, the scaling factor for x and the scaling factor for y. Okay, now OpenGL also provides a few more functions for two-dimensional geometric transformations. Okay, so until now you learned only for single dimension. Now here it is the two dimensions. Say GL translate. Okay, GL translate, GL translate, GL rotate, and GL scale. Okay, GL must be written in small letters, T must be in capitals. Okay, here star. Star represents either multiple values. Okay, it is a pattern matching. I think you know this. So star may take any value. Here it is F. If it takes F, you see in the example. Okay, example, all the values if they are float, here we need to write F. Okay, if this function is taking integer, here we can write I. Okay, if this function takes vertices, if this function takes vertices, here we may write V. Okay, so this is a method which is provided by OpenGL. to do the two-dimensional geometric transformation. Okay, now everybody type me GL translate, GL rotate, and GL scale. Okay, all these functions. Please type me GL translate, GL rotate, GL scale. Okay, GL translate, good Pooja, good Ritvik, GL rotate, good GL scale, good Durga Devi, good Pooja. Every one of you, please. Udang, good. Okay, give brackets. Ritvik, Nikhil, Nikhil, try to give brackets after the functions. Okay, good Vamshi, good every one of you. Okay, R must be written in capitals. Kevin. Okay, good. Okay, good Sushma, good Mahesh, good Suhas. Okay, good Niharika. So you can see that the translation, it takes three coordinates tx, ty, and tz. Okay, now you see in this example we have took 25 and minus 10. Similarly, rotation, for rotation it gives a function gl rotate. Okay, where we need to mention the theta value, or we may mention the vector. Okay, v stands for vector. Vector is nothing but an array of values or matrix. Okay, here vector means it is matrix. Okay, now again you see here we are rotating some object 90 degrees. Okay, similarly scaling, one more method like scaling, gl scale, it does the scaling. Here we are mentioning the float values. Okay, that's why we have used scale f. Okay, now similarly you must know the matrix operations. Okay, whenever we do the changes in the object, that is performed by using the matrix internally. Okay, so there are different modes there are different modes of projecting an object. Okay, or displaying the object, that is the projection mode, or the texture mode, or the color mode. Okay, so model view mode, texture mode, and color mode, we can display an object in these modes. Okay, so gl matrix mode, here it is a constant, gl underscore model view is a constant. Okay, then if we pass this constant to the matrix mode function, it initializes a stack of values. Okay, which does the model view. Similarly, if we pass here gl underscore texture, it does, it shows you the texture view. If you see a stone, how the stone looks like, how the stone appears. Okay, that kind of things is achieved by using gl underscore texture. Okay, please type me um, gl model view, gl underscore model view. Okay, please type me every one of you gl underscore model view, gl underscore model view. Okay, good. There is no space, Nikhil, in between model and view. It is continuous. Vijay, it must be written capitals. Model view. Amulya, GL underscore model view must be written in capitals. Since it is a constant. It is a constant. Okay. Good. Good, every one of you. Okay, every one of you, please. Okay, you see there the current matrix, whatever we are projecting, that will be stored in the model view. Next, sometimes we need to assign an identity matrix. Okay, in the last session, I told you what is an identity matrix. Identity matrix. For some operations, we need to initialize a matrix with all ones. Okay, all ones. Okay, that kind of matrix is initialized by using GL load identity. Okay, this function fills identity matrix into the stack. Okay, now GL load matrix, it loads the matrix whatever that is there in the buffer. Okay, GL load matrix. Now please type me GL load matrix, every one of you. GL load matrix. Okay, good. It is a function, Netrashri. You must give brackets. GL load matrix. Okay, give brackets after that, every one of you. L must be capital, M must be capital. Okay. Good Pooja, good Bhavna, good Sushma, good Vashini, good Durga Devi, good Kushal. Okay, good Netrashri. Okay. Now there is one more method which provides by OpenGL to do the matrix multiplication. Okay, GL multiply mult matrix. Okay, GL mult matrix. You see here GL mult matrix. Okay, which concatenates two matrices. Okay, concatenates. Here it is concatenates means here it is multiplying. Okay, if you give two matrices, if you give two matrices, if you give two matrices m1 comma m2, okay, those two will be multiplied. Okay, that means they are concatenated. That is done by using GL mult matrix. Okay, you see in this example, m and m dash has been multiplied and stored in m. Okay, that is done by mult matrix. All these are OpenGL functions. If you pass float values, we are mentioning f here. Now the next topic is two-dimensional viewing. Okay, now how the object is displayed in two dimension, what are the operations or what are the activities that is internally done. Okay, that is known as viewing pipeline. Okay, that is known as the viewing pipeline. Okay, so here from window to viewport, okay, we are doing some transformations by using two-dimensional viewing. Okay, so here you must know world view. Okay, here you must know uh, here you must know world window, viewing window, and viewport. Okay, viewport is a small part of window. Okay, viewport is a part of display window. Okay, now you see here see in this diagram, okay, there is some object which looks like mountain. So we want to clip only the top part or the pinnacle, top pinnacle. We say this one as pinnacle, okay, or uh, pinnacle part of it. We are clipping that, okay, and we are moving, okay. Whatever the things we are clipping is known as viewport, okay. Only that is displayed. The other parts have been will be neglected, okay. So when we consider an object with respect to its environment, it will be known as world coordinates, okay. So for this entire picture, we will associate some coordinates, okay, which is known as xw min and xw max. Similarly, okay, this clipping window with respect to the other parts is known as world coordinates, okay. Now if you see in this part, okay, these are the coordinates with respect to in the second in the viewport. You can see viewport here. There are some coordinates, okay. So those coordinates are known as viewport coordinates, okay. So there also we will set the maximum and minimum range of x and y values, okay. So here min is xv min and max is xv max, okay. V means viewport, okay. Y value, minimum y value and maximum y value, okay. Now entire, okay. Now how that clipping will be performed. How that is performed, okay. You can see here modeling coordinates. We say them, we will provide modeling coordinates to the pipeline, okay. That will be converted into WC, okay. WC stands for world coordinates, and world coordinates will be converted into viewport coordinates, okay. After viewport, they will be converted into normalized coordinates, okay. NC stands for normalized. After that, they will be converted into display coordinates, okay. So first thing is model coordinates. Model coordinates are provided to the pipeline. They are converted into world coordinates. Now they are converted into model world, then they are converted into viewport coordinates. Viewport coordinates. Okay. Now they are converted into, say, they are converted into normalized coordinates. Normalized coordinates, okay. Now they are converted into display coordinates. Display coordinates, okay. Now this transformation is known as window to viewport transformation. Window to viewport transformation, okay. Please type me this, window to viewport transformation, every one of you. Window to viewport transformation, please. Window to viewport transformation, please. Please, every one of you. Okay, good Amulya, good Suraj, good Nitish. Okay, good Varshini, good Bhavna, good Muthu Bharati, good. Okay, let me search. Please type me. Still, I want to show you some more clear picture. Good, every one of you. Thank you, every one of you. Now, okay. So, I think we can stop here. If you get any error while doing the operation, while doing programs, or while executing the programs, or while doing the project, or whatever it may be, okay, just you copy the error, copy the error, copy the error. After that, you paste in the Google. Okay, there you'll get multiple answers. Okay, those problems will be solved. Those problems will be solved by multiple people. Okay, so whenever you get error, as you used to do in the Python environment, here also in CG environment also, if you get any error, copy down the entire error. Okay, then you paste in the Google, you'll get multiple solutions. Okay, which will be provided in the Stack Overflow. Okay, there you can get multiple answers. Okay, where that will be, you can see the solution. You can see the solution, which will be in green color. Okay, green colored tick mark. Okay, it is solved. It is solved. Okay, I think we can stop here. uh, we can continue next class. If you are not understanding, uh, you can contact me. Thank you, everyone of you. Thank you. Thank you, Priya. Thank you, Varshini. Thank you, Shushma. Thank you, Muthu Bharati. Thank you, Kavya. Thank you, Ventesh. Dhruti. Okay. Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you, Amshi.